Hello and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Sunday. Sunday, what day is it? Oh, it's February 9th. It's also the full moon. 2020. I'm Linda the Lightworker. I'm so glad you're here with me. So interesting. If you haven't checked out my full moon reading, the link is right down below. You might want to read it. Check out that reading specifically for how this full moon is impacting us. And today this reading is just a general reading for Sunday that happens to be the full moon. So let's jump into the cards. The first card we have today is the sun. Can you see that? Look how bright and shiny this card is. So it's the childlike Buddha sitting in the lotus flower. Actually, I think that's a sunflower, just celebrating, pulling that energy down to himself and really just in a hooray sort of excited posture. So this sun is all about the enthusiasm that's around. Oh, we have that card a little later too, about that energy, about that con gusto, I like to call it, you know, with enthusiasm, with joy, with wisdom. It really is about seeing the light coming out of a very dark time. And I know for many of you, I'm going to talk about myself, for myself included, this full moon leading up to the full moon, this Leo full moon, has been quite intense. And I've had a whole menagerie of emotions. Like, yeah, they're all different animals. That's why I say that. Like a whole bunch of different emotions sparkling and percolating up. And for me, myself, it really has been taking a look at that out of balance, where that imbalance is coming from, and what are those emotions that are sparking up. And so by receiving the sun, this message is, we've come through this dark period, you're able to see the light again, and we do have a full moon in Leo. And Leo's ruling planet isn't a planet, it's the sun, which is our star. So it is about stepping into that glorious light of that beautiful part of Leo energy that can be generous and kind and uplifting and fun. And you know, when you think of babies and how entertaining they can be at looking at what the baby does and paying attention to the baby. So that's really an uplifting. That can be a metaphor, that can be an actual baby that you have in your family. I know some of you are recent aunts and uncles and grandparents, so Mazel tov, congratulations. Celebrate the life that's all around you. Remember, the sun brings us life. And when we have the full moon intensifying, it's a powerful time where we can see clearly. We can see clearly in the day and the night by the light of the moon. It's going to illuminate those things that you wish to change, or those darknesses that's been hiding out in the shadows that just you have no longer any use for. So pay attention to that. And, you know, for myself and the anger that's been percolating, I've really been sitting with it and having a discussion with it and seeing how far back I can go. And some of my anger is being re-triggered by an old trauma, and it's an opportunity for me to heal that wound. So I invite you to do that as well. Like if you find yourself sitting in some of these shadowy energies, or noticing that when you're talking to someone your eyebrows might be down and furrowed, or recognizing your posture might be off, please take that moment to take a step back and witness yourself. Just pull back from that emotion just the slightest amount so you can identify it. Oh wow, I seem angry. And then step into gentle self-discovery. Where's this anger coming from? Why am I angry? Is this situation a direct, yeah, that person might have cut me off. Now this isn't me. I really try not to get upset in traffic, but sometimes somebody can cut you off and you have some anger festering inside and it needs an outlet. So you start shouting at the other person, and even in the other car, you can feel that someone's yelling at you. You know, that's the power of that anger. So it's important to take a step back and look at it, and then go into some time of inquiry or self-discovery It's really great to write it out as well, to have a dialogue, write it, interview it as if you were Cokie Roberts or whoever, Terry Gross or Fresh Air or Mike Wallace, whatever, whoever your Oprah Winfrey, interview it and ask it questions from a different point of view as the observer so that you can discover why that anger, which really is fear often, which is really fear is insecurity and fear of not being loved. It usually goes back to a journey of the heart and opening the heart and receiving more love. Yeah, right? Just an average day. Sunday, though, you've got time to do it. So let's move on to the Denise Linn Sacred Travelers deck. And it is discovering truth. The message here is you stand in the light of the truth. All this light that's coming through today. The sunlight here, we have light here. Our final card is enthusiasm, so bright. So the illumination, this inquiry, this digging at those shadow emotions that are coming up, like, why am I behaving like this? Why am I responding? Like, not judging it, really doing this self-inquiry so that you're able to integrate it and to love it, to really get to the heart of the matter, that self-discovery, discovering your inner truth. What's in your baggage? What are your baggage? These guys don't have any baggage with them. What are you bringing with you? Maybe it's important. Maybe it's your nourishment. Maybe these are the tools to help you grow. So not all baggage is bad. Remember to bring the tools that work for you. So that inquiry, discovering those hidden truths within yourself, doing that self-work, you know, you're worth the investment. And the investment might be, what if it takes an hour? How much would you pay someone else to help you with that? Don't you think you're worth that energy? Take out that fee and put it in an envelope and save it for something wonderful for yourself. Put it on your altar and watch it grow. Watch your money grow. Discover the truths within you. And by doing this self-discovery work, which, you know, I was just going to say it's not easy, but I'm like, look at this baby. It's for babies. A baby could do it. To really celebrate it, to celebrate the truth of what you are. And oftentimes those shadows are just cries for being, wanting love, being loved by ourselves, feeling the love of others, and being heard by those around you. Those are the big ones, right? We want to be witnessed. We want to be seen. So you stand in the light of truth. That's what that message is on that card. I think that's interesting. So it might be walking away from conversations too. I just want to put that out there. Sometimes, and right now I have to mention for our nation, and I'm talking the United States, although I know I have viewers in other countries, and I appreciate you being here, whatever time zone you're in. You might not have heard, but we have a lot of chaos happening in my country with our political system. And there may be others that you need to walk your own path. This is a time of walking your truth, okay? Yeah. All right, keep going, it says. Spirit says, go, go, go. Okay, we have one more card. And we have the enthusiasm card. It's so bright and sunny. And what I love is that this bluebird of happiness is soaring towards the sun, just like this baby is reaching up towards the sun. And our affirmation today is, I celebrate everything in my life, and I live in limitless joy. Limitless joy. I celebrate everything in my life, and I live in limitless joy. Well, that's a beautiful affirmation. I'm just going to stick with the I celebrate everything in my life for now, because that seems like enough to celebrate. Even when there's difficult news or things aren't always going as you think they are, if you're applying for jobs and you're not getting them, or you're sending your book out and you're getting feedback, Spirit says celebrate everything in your life. Celebrate it, even those things that we feel like are setbacks, because oftentimes they're just delaying us so that we can let others catch up with where we are. Okay? And then the other half of that is, I live in limitless joy. I live in limitless joy. Just try that on for today and see how that joy feels stepping into your life, really feeling the power of love, joy, of all this light that's all around you. Go do some sunbathing, bathing in the power of the sun, not like laying out with olive oil on or whatever, baby oil, no baby oil. All right, my dear, if you're new to my channel and you're a new subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. And if you're compelled to share or yeah, share my videos, I'd really appreciate it. I'm really growing this channel and I'm doing it with your help. And I just feel so much love from you. And tell me what's going on in your life. I haven't had any comments lately. I'd love to know what's happening. So tell me down below what's happening with you. How are you harnessing the power of the sun? All right, my dear. I look forward to seeing you next time.